Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru called Frenchy. Today, episode number 149. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, preview game, Montreal Canadiens versus the Detroit Red Wings. I'm going to talk about fun news around the Montreal Canadiens and the Laval Rocket. Then I'm going to talk about Coach Frenchy Corner, all about the stick today. Then I'm going to talk about all the NHL result game yesterday. And finally, a couple of news around the league. And that's conclude, guys, what we have for you on the menu on the App Daily News episode number 149. And let's dive in talking about the first subject of the day. The first subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens play against the Detroit Red Wings and Detroit. First of all, Jake Allen is going to be between the pipe tonight for the second time. This is game number 2 for the Montreal Canadiens. This is their stat already. We know Detroit Red Wings did not play any game. This is the home opener of the season 2022-2023 at home. And then Montreal Canadiens play only one game, beat the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Bell Center by the score 4-3. And then now we're going to know what's happening with the rest of the lineup. At this moment, I make the video. I don't know what it will be, what Matheson will, if he does any change inside the lineup. We know Montreal Canadiens have a bad news. Heard about Mike Matheson is going to be out for a minimum 8 weeks. They call up Corey Schoeneman. I'm going to talk about a little bit later about those news and around the Habs Daily News. Then we have a head-to-head record last year between Detroit and Montreal. The record Montreal have 2-0-1. They lost the one game and overtime. And then Detroit have 1-2-0 against Montreal Canadiens. 2 years ago, remember, Detroit won all the 4 games against Montreal. Well, a bad season for the Montreal versus the Detroit Red Wings. But again, it would be interesting to watching the Detroit Red Wings. Why, coach? Because Detroit Red Wings, guys, last year have maybe won the 2 best rookies of the year, and we did not sure who is going to win the Calder Trophy. Finally, Maurice Zeder, the defenseman, win it, and over Lucas Raymond. Of course, he's going to be back. Raymond had 23 goals last season with the Detroit Red Wings. A solid 2 rookies. The Detroit got for the upcoming year Soderblom, a left winger, play on the third line, is going to be part of the game tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. He's the only rookie they have in the lineup against Montreal. Steve Eisenman have really busy off summer because what he did, he got a couple of UFA. First, he signed Andrew Copp for the 5 years contract, David Perron 2 years, Ben Chariot 4 years. Then he make a trade with the St. Louis Blues to get a goaltender, Ville Husso. He gave him another contract of 4 years, and he got Meta for the Los Angeles Kings, part of the Detroit Red Wings for the upcoming season. Montreal are on the back-to-back game. They're going to play tonight at Detroit, tomorrow in Washington, and 2 days later is going to play again the Pittsburgh at home. So they are right now beginning a 3-game and 4 days. So it'll be interesting how the rookies and the team are going to respond. Again, Detroit, Washington, and at home Monday night again the Pittsburgh Penguins. For the Montreal Canadiens, for what I'm looking for tonight, they keep the same system. What are you talking about? But consider what they are doing in transition. I think under Martin St. Louis, many players like DUARTE, Zuski, Cole Caulfield, they learn to play really well on the transition, and the way the defensemen join the play and participate a lot on the offensive side with their pinch or carrying the puck all the way on the entry zone. I think that helping the Montreal Canadiens have a great transition. Another player they add this during the summer is Kirby. That is another player is really good on the transition. So they apply that kind of system, and Shelton Keefe said after the game, Montreal is one of the top best team now on the transition. We have to be aware about how they play, and they create us to make some mistake because of the transition and the way they play their forecheck. But listen, we said after the game again, the Toronto Maple Leafs, you need to manage better is TOI on the ice for fan players. Be aware a little bit more how many minutes they play so far. We know the last game was a bit difficult for him because the fact they have many penalties on the game over 10 minutes, and that's limit strength player. If they don't play on special team, they don't get really a good number of the minutes during the games. Like SLAFKOVSKY play only 10 minutes. Albert Jacky play only 12 minutes. Something we have to follow up for the game tonight against Detroit Red Wings. We have to wait until to know the roster for the Montreal Canadiens, if they have any chance. We know Drouin and Pessoa did not play last game. Now, can they bring back both of them? Or maybe possibly to bring Schoenemann? Would be interesting to follow up for the next couple of hours. What is going to be the roster? Don't forget, we do the description play-by-play every game Montreal Canadiens at the Hockey Nation live show. And that's concluded, guys, the first subject of the day. And let's move on for the next subject. So my next subject, guys, about different news we got from the Montreal Canadiens around. So I want to show to you a little bit what's going on here. And the first thing I want to talk about is that Mike Matheson is going to be out for a minimum 8 weeks. Really bad news for the Montreal Canadiens to lose another left defenseman after the veteran Joel Edmondson is out. Matheson and with Edmondson have the most experience with David Savard. That will give possibly better chance for the players like Jacky or Cooley or possibly Harris. We know they called yesterday Corey Schoenemann take the spot of Mike Matheson at this moment. We'll be interested if Schoenemann is going to be part of the lineup. We know Schoenemann have a really bad training camp, unfortunately, for him, and that's the reason he went to Laval. Talking about the Laval, let's talk about the Laval Rocket, because Laval Rocket start the opening night tonight at home. And I just heard the news a couple of minutes ago. Philippe Mézard is going to be a part of the lineup tonight, play with Jan Mizak and Candoda. So great news for Philippe Mézard to play with the Laval Rocket. And then the Laval Rocket announced Alex Belzile become the new captain for the team. We know Xavier Ouellet was the captain, left the organization Montreal Canadiens, and Belzile, the 31 years old veterans, got the C for the Laval Rocket. Is very excited for the upcoming year. We know Belzile played some game with the Montreal Canadiens last season. The other news I want to talk about, obviously, is another bad news, is Jenny Fairbrother. During the game against the Belleville Senator, October 9, really hurt badly at the point he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Look like an ACL or his right knee. So another player right now out for the rest of the year. And this is not good. Fairbrother was a solid defenseman for the Laval Rocket last season. That will give possibly a better chance for Matheson Norlander to have more time and play at a spot with the Laval Rocket for the upcoming season. We're going to give you all the results and update Laval Rocket all year long, guys, with the daily news. And that's conclude, guys, all the news we have about the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. The next subject of the day, guys, is the NHL game yesterday. We have 10 games. I'm going to go quick about this. Pittsburgh beat the Arizona Coyotes for the score 6-2. Crosby Malkin score. The Philadelphia Flyers under John Tortorella went their first game 5-2 against the New Jersey Devils. Konechny have a great night for the Flyers. The Buffalo Sabres shocked the Ottawa Senators by the score of 4-1. We know Ottawa have the Brincat and Giroux, and Buffalo have a good performance against the Senator at home. Then the New York Islanders lost their first game at home against the Florida Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk scored an empty net for the Panthers. Then the Washington Capitals, the game we did, the play-by-play, Toronto beat Washington by the score 3-2. Matthews have the goal-winning game after he tips the shot of the Giordano. And finally, we have other game like the New York Rangers shock the Minnesota Wild at home by the score at 7-3. Panarin at 4 points. Then we have Dallas beat the Nashville Predator 4-1. Nashville won the first 2 games on the road against the San Jose Sharks. And then Dallas was the first game of the season. The Colorado Avalanche lost the first game of the year, game number 2. Again, the Calgary Flame by the score of 5-3. And then we have the Chicago Blackhawks got shut down by the Vegas Golden Knights because the Logan Thompson was unbelievable between the pipe for the second game for the Vegas. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks by the score to 1-0. Good performance, by the way, by Stan Locke, the goaltender. Seattle surprised the Los Angeles Kings by the score of 4-1. Again, Los Angeles Kings, this is the second loss of the week after they lost the opening night. Again, the Vegas Golden Knights by the score 4-3. Mike Stone scored at the last minute of the game. Good performance for the Kraken. This is the first W. Martin Jones was between the pipe for the Kraken. Shane Wright was out of the lineup. And here, the top performer of the night, Panarin, 4.1 goal, 3 assists. Crosby, 1 goal, 2 assists with 3 points. And Tyler Seguin with 3 assists for the Dallas Stars. and they are the only player have 3 points yesterday. Then Adam Fox and Ramis Anderson have 2 points, 1 goal, 1 assist. The best goaltender with a shootout, stop all the pucks with 27 save. Logan Thompson for the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. And I want to talk about the NHL news around the league. The first one, guys, the Columbus Blue Jackets announced that they lost Patrick Laine out for a minimum 3 or 4 weeks. That's another bad news for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Then we have another news. The Philadelphia Flyers signed Travis Sangham for an 8-year contract at $6.25 million AAV, a total of $50 million. A little bit similar at Mackenzie Weegar a couple of days ago from the Flame. So I just want to share it with you. The big news, of course, Mike Matheson was the another news for the Montreal Canadiens, going to be out for a minimum of 8 weeks. And let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. Then I want to show to you guys the picture of the week. What are you talking about? This is a fan of the Vegas Golden Knights, and he have a jersey number 67, Max Pacioretty. And because he got traded for future consideration, this is the new name at the back of his jersey. I just want to share it with you guys. This was so funny when I see this one. And because it's Friday, so why not have a good time together? And let's move on for the last subject of the day. So the last subject of the day, guys, is the story about Sarcastic Dad. First of all, JURAJ texts the parents to tell them he's going to start for the season with the Montreal Canadiens, going to play the first game. And then the dad said to his wife, hey, I need to go there to watch my son play his first game in NHL. And he took the plane Tuesday, and he go all the way and started 24 hours to be sure he's going to be at the Bell Center. Honestly, JURAJ was so happy. JURAJ talked about he was so nervous before the game, and after the game, he was so thrilled about the game at the Bell Center with everything happening. And the dad make it at the right time. He's with Philippe Mézard. The dad talked about the story where he did not sleep. The travel was so bad. It was scary to miss the game. And fortunately, he did it at the right time. And he said, I never thought how the Bell Center was. I never imagined how noise they are, how loud they are. And the presentation before the game, this blew my mind. So Sarcastic Dad, he was thrilled by the night of his first game of his son with the Montreal Canadiens. And it was great to hear from the dad. He make it at the right time, and he was a part of this game for his son, Sarcastic. We know he was the first overall pick for the Montreal Canadiens. And guys, this concludes all the subject we have today for you. Here we go, guys. This concludes episode number 149. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please, before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show. Leave me a comment, whatever it's about Cold Frenchy Corner, whatever is about the game between Detroit and Montreal, whatever the subject, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this episode. And of course, we want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.